so I wanted to start a new series, which is my Collection Roulette is what I'm going to call it. And I have been trying to use up more collections this year for things that aren't specific to my photos. So I thought it'd be fun. This is all of how I store my collections, and some are labeled and some are not. But I pulled out my photos so you can see I'm not cheating. Here's my photos I'll be using. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to land on one of these collections, and then we are going to use it for my photos. So here we go. Eeny, meeny, my eyes are closed. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go. Stop. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? All right. So we have A Day in the Life from Echo Park. So let's see what I can do with this. Okay guys, so I am showing you all the things that were in my little collection bag that is part of the Echo Park Day in the Life. And I had a bunch of scraps and the sticker sheet. There was a chipboard, the chipboard stickers, but I actually didn't use any of those. And I pulled in these cut aparts as well, and then you could see this is like a scrap paper. And so I'm so excited for this new series of mine because I tend to always want a scrapbook and theme. And so then I have stuff that just sits forever, and things like this one, which is kind of hard to use because it has a lot of like weekday words and, to me, kind of planner-esque type feel to it. And I'm part of my creative scrapbook kit club, and so I get these kits every month. And I always tell myself I should just cancel my subscription because I have so much. But the box that comes to my house gets me so excited to see what's inside there. And so here we are. I have 10,000 collections, and I don't need another piece of paper or sticker, but you know. Anyways, I digress. So I also can pull in other things for this. So I have my main collection, but then I still would like to use my stash. So I also have ephemera bits and everything. And so I did pull in the Thickers Summertime and a sticker sheet from Echo Park Travel Stories. And then I did pull in another sticker sheet that was Getaway from Echo Park, but I didn't use any of that. And then I pulled in my camera cut file that I received in one of my creative scrapbook kits. And so, but again, the idea is just to get everything used up. And so you can see here that I chose a lot of patterns, and I like that I know that all these colors will match because they come in the kit. So there's that. But I just started adding pattern on top of pattern on top of pattern. And I really like this. Again, this is the whole more is more. And so I am scrapbooking these photos of my husband and I. We were waiting to board our cruise, and there was the Queen Mary. It's the Los Angeles cruise port has the Queen Mary that is docked there also that you can visit, but they were closed when we were waiting to dock, but they had this telephone booth out front. And so my husband and I just took a picture. Each of us took a picture in it. And so it's also one of those photos where I could have used paper that was red and pulled the red from the telephone booth, or I could have had some, for me with being themey, I would have found like phone paper, like something along those lines. So this is really fun. So I pulled in all these different pattern papers and I laid them out, and I kind of wanted a grid pattern of them, but not an even grid. And so when I did that, it's a little overwhelming. So then I took another of my scraps and cut a small piece off, which has the green lines that I wanted to put down the middle. And then I still felt like I needed to separate the patterns a little bit more. So I just pulled in this scrap of green paper and I cut very thin strips of it. And I will lay it on either side of that strip that I put down the middle, as well as between the two patterns on either side. And I think that just helped to differentiate my patterns, to split them up a little bit so that they kind of all stand on their own and they don't blend together. And I really like how that turned out and how that looked. But I decided I needed to pull in my Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide and just ink the edges of the green, just to kind of, again, differentiate those borders and help to separate all this pattern that I put on here. And as I was going through, I decided I needed to map my photo. So I just found some white scrap paper. Usually in my scraps, some of my papers are white on the back. And so I also will do that. I'll just pull from my scrap bin and use the back of a scrap that's white to photo map my photos in white. And then I did that, and I still felt like, well, now the photo kind of blends in with all the crazy patterns. So I will pull in that green scrap paper again and double photo map my photo. And I think that just helps to pull the photo away from all the crazy patterns that I chose and differentiate it from that. And I will also ink the edges of that. And I really like how this layout turns out, but I know that it's a lot of pattern, and I continue to add more patterns as we go through this video, so I apologize if your eyeballs start to hurt. But I pulled in that camera cut file and used some of the scraps that I had still from the Echo Park collection, and I layered into the camera, so the camera matches the papers that are there, and that just also pulls in more of these patterns that I have. And the cut aparts and the I had like a ephemera bits pack also. I start to kind of just start sticking things in there. The tag at the top says here and now, the bottom one says seize this day, and this yellow tag was one of those cut aparts, but again, it has that planner feel, and I won't use that, so I used a scrap paper or a little scrap piece to put on top so that that cut apart becomes more of like a mat for it. And then I will pull in one of the ephemera bits that says every day is awesome, and I will put that on there. So I just kind of created like a cut apart card that worked for my pictures from the collection that is quote-unquote off theme from my photos. And the reason I also pulled in some of my stash for the added theme parts is just because as I was going through, I just felt like, yes, I enjoy using the off-theme paper. I'm getting this used up. I like it a lot, but I still wanted to add some of my wordy bits that kind of nod back to the fact that we're traveling, and it is my series, so I can make the rules, right? And so yes, I'm using the collection, but I can also pull in from my stash ephemera bits. And so that's where I start to pull in some travel things from the Echo Park travel stories sticker sheet. So I pulled in this little suitcase here to kind of put up with the Every Day is Awesome there. And this is that thicker summertime collection, and I just love that they had the word explore, and so I thought that would be cute over the camera. And I just realized that also I said that I didn't use the getaway from Echo Park, but that journey together that I put underneath the camera, that actually came from that sticker sheet, so I did use that. I pulled in this on the bottom here. This green sticker says Travel Buddies and Adventurers. I will use the XO and XO from that Summertime Thickers collection. And I put Depart for Fun. You know, so I still had to put in some of my fun wordy bits and get that travel theme just so that it's a nod to that. But I still used this day in the life Echo Park. And the funny thing is, I don't know that I really like that mustard orange like plaid or gingham or checkered, I don't know what you call that, paper. And for some reason I used that, and then once I started to put these scrap bits that I had kind of on top of it and create this grid, I was like, oh, actually I like that. And then that orange or that mustard yellow kind of plays into all of the ephemera bits from the collection. So I actually liked it, and it got me using a paper that I didn't think that I would actually ever use, because I just don't really like that color. And then I put green with it, which again, in my mind, if I was like, oh, green and mustard yellow, I would be like, ugh. But apparently on this day, I was like, this is it. This is how it goes. And I actually really do like it. And then I pulled in some more just scrap bits and put on the other side of the paper, because this layout needs more pattern paper apparently. But that is it. Thank you everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope that you like this new series that I've started. I think it'll be fun to just see how I use a collection for not what it's meant to be. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.